Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the Wrexham Texan. My name is Jake Green. Thank y'all for tuning in today. What a game. I mean, what a day yesterday. We went on the road. It looked like we were going to pull a Wrexham, and we turned it around. It was so much fun. I was super excited. I was jumping around at the beginning of the game, and then as soon as the fourth minute went by, I lost all of my enthusiasm and was just laying on the couch. So yeah, fortunately in the end though, we turned it around. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, so it'll probably be a shorter episode and with a little less I don't know, might be a little more monotone than normal because I just don't feel well today, so hopefully that will pass quickly. All right, y'all. We're streaming live on 6-7 different platforms. We're on YouTube, Facebook, 2 Twitter accounts, Instagram, Rumble, and PeacefulSea Network. So you can literally go watch this live wherever you want. And then later on, it'll come out tomorrow. It'll come out on audio on all podcast platforms. So I think we should just start with some freaking highlights because yesterday was so much fun. So let's start with some highlights.
To get down the channel, the Concord comes off his line. Oh, it's a ricochet off his head, and there's danger here as Edwards gets into a shooting position, drills in. Oh.
Oof. Obviously, that was not a highlight. That was a low light. It was the one terrible thing that happened yesterday. I'm not really sure what happened there. It looked like O'Connell and Okonkwo just kind of got mixed up with each other, didn't really communicate all that well, or somebody didn't listen, or somebody just tapped the ball wrong. Either way, it ended up in a horrible goal. I mean, it was horrendous. We should never have let that in. Okonkwo didn't stand a chance. So yeah, it was at that point where I was feeling like, well, we might just continue our road losing streak. I think we hadn't won a away game since we beat Sutton away at the beginning of February, who's like the worst team in the league, so who cares? And then before that, I think it was the very beginning of January that we defeated, I forget who we defeated, but we won on the road. So yeah, I mean, 2 wins in 2 months on the road. And this is the middle of the 3rd month, and we finally got our third victory away. Then this happened pretty soon afterwards, which really, really frustrated me.
Beats a slew well, and then feeds to the edge. Ollie Palmer around the corner nicely. Oh, it's a penalty. That's got to be. Oh, he's not giving it. McLean shaking down in the...
How is that not a penalty? Explain to me how that's not a penalty.
Oh, it's a penalty. That's got to be. Oh, he's not giving it. McLean shaking down in the...
I haven't seen McLean dive very much this year, so I can't attribute it to that because my theory is that if a guy dives regularly, he's going to get far fewer calls because the ref's just not going to believe him. But I don't see McLean dive all that often, and it looked to me like he got tripped in the box. Would that be a foul outside the box? Yes. So why is that not a penalty inside the box? I don't really understand why that wasn't a penalty. Maybe somebody can enlighten me as to why that is. And then not too long after that, in the 32nd minute.
Yeah, time to look at that. It's a pull back pass, and Mullin's after
this.
He'll get that down the left-hand side to tight angle. He's got no real support. Cuts in, beats his man, and squares it beautifully, and it's smells. Yes!
I mean... Just look at how McLean launches this ball. This is crazy.
Squares it beautifully, and it smells. Yes! McLean!
Like the way he hit that, the power behind it and the angle was completely unnecessary. I mean, it literally hit the top of the net. Seems very risky to put that much power on it when it didn't seem like he needed to. The goal was wide open. I mean, there was the goalie and one defender who was off balance and couldn't do anything. So, I mean, it was typical McLean fashion. He just went for it and smashed it as hard as he could into the back of the net. I loved it. It was fantastic. Let's see what we got next. Oh, this near goal. Here we go.
Mullin, who tries a little spin, hits the shot. Oh! Brilliant from
Barney
Mullin.
Y'all, our like ball movement yesterday was unbelievable. It looked like the previous game when we played at home. We hadn't played that way on the road maybe all season. We were just on the entire time. Our passes were perfect. Our little interactions and our give and goes were great. We had so many little give and goes with Lee and Cannon and Mullin and Palmer. And I mean, everybody, McLean, Mendy, everybody got in on the action yesterday. I was very impressed, very impressed. And then this is kind of what sealed the deal for us, was this play right here.
Reese again gets it ahead of Melbourne, brought down. That could easily be another yellow. It's a free kick in a great possession.
Yep.
It's a third yellow for Morecambe. Wrexham
Yellow
fans
card.
are loving it.
Turned into a red. They got their second. Morecambe got their second. No, what was his name? Was it Melbourne? Was that the dude's last name? Whatever it was. He got, Melbourne. He got his second yellow card by shoving Ollie Palmer in the back. That play never happens if Ollie doesn't hustle his butt off. He sprinted down the field to get to that ball ahead of Melbourne, and he got there. It was perfect. It may not have been a full-on shove, but it was enough to it was more than enough to gain a yellow card. I mean, he was in front of the defender. The defender put his hands on him and shoved him with his forearm. It was great. And then just a few minutes later,
Anyway,
they get a handball in the box. Clear handball, no arguing there.
Steps up.
And then
It's 2-1 to Wrexham.
super simple. Yeah, I don't know. I saw a bunch of the players arguing that wasn't a handball, but I mean, his hand is like right here, and it, in no way, shape, or form would that not be a handball. It's in the box. It clearly blocked it from going towards the goal. Yeah, there's should be no debate about that. Man, we just kept getting so many chances yesterday. Really, really good little moves. Here's another one.
To Lee, how many move passes in this move already? Lee finds Mendy, surely he'll deliver this time. Stands it up to the far post, Barnett, nods it into the goal mouth. Mullin takes it to the chest. Oh!
We just got a ton of those. And one of the things that wasn't in the actual highlights from the Wrexham YouTube channel was Palmer almost headed one in, but the goalie made a stupid good save. I mean, I really thought Palmer was going to head that ball in the upper 90, and the goalie just seemed to levitate and be there instantaneously and get that ball out of the net. It was very impressive. And then to really just put a nail in the coffin.
Short corner. McLean swings under the bar. Fletcher! Yes! Yeah, the end of that story.
Fletcher. I've been saying I want us to do short corners for it's got to be like 6. No, I think it's been since last year. Since last season, I've been saying we need to do more short corners, and we got that Fletcher goal off a short corner. I think they're far more effective. I don't care for just launching the ball into the midst of a whole group of people and hoping and praying that somebody gets a foot on it or a head on it. McLean put it exactly where he wanted to, right where Fletcher could go get it. They have a connection, those two. That's happened multiple times this season where McLean puts it exactly where Fletcher needs it to be. And Fletcher, I mean, finished it perfectly. Upper 90, opposite side. Goalie had no chance. Nobody had a chance to save that. It was perfect. All right, let's go over some statistics. There we go. That's better. Statistics. All right. We had possession 59% of the time. Let's see. Dual success rate, pretty even. Aerial duels, pretty even. Interceptions, 11-7, we won. Offsides, 3-1 in their favor. We won 9 corners to their 5. We had a lot of good plays off corners. I thoroughly enjoyed our corner game yesterday. We had far more passes. They had more long passes because they had to. They didn't really have a choice. They kept having to clear it and get it out of there. Passing accuracy, I mean, 80% passing accuracy. That's fantastic. What else? 24 crosses. Crossing accuracy was decent. But here was the big one. 20 shots. I believe last game we had 22 shots. So 2 fewer than last game. But man, this was an away game where normally we get 5 shots, 10 shots maybe. So we did a phenomenal job putting the ball at the goal. Shots on target 8, block shots 5, shots outside the box 7, shots inside the box 13. We had 13 shots inside the box. What a difference this game is compared to, was it Forest Green that who was it last week that we nearly blew it against? Sorry, let me pull it up here. It was, yeah, Forest Green. Yeah, we came out with a draw because of that's right, because of Mullin's 93rd minute PK. Just the difference, the juxtaposition between 1 week ago and yesterday is wild. I don't know what changes. The only thing that was different over the past 2 games was the starting lineup stayed the exact same, and it included Ollie Palmer. I think we're still undefeated with Ollie Palmer in the lineup, I believe, or in the starting lineup. I believe, what is it, like 13-0, 14, or maybe not. Maybe we've tied. Maybe we've drawn with him in the lineup, but we haven't lost. No losses with Ollie Palmer starting the game. Fouls conceded, they had 13, we had 10. They had 2 yellow cards, we had 1, and they had a red card. Yeah, so the one guy got the two yellows. It was just such a fun game. One of the guys who, actually, we're going to get to this here in a little while. One of the guys who's going to be an unsung hero of yesterday is Andy Cannon. That dude hustles all over the field. He is everywhere. And when he gets possession, it's normally, we normally maintain it for a very long time because of how well he distributes the ball and has great vision for his teammates. I love that dude. We're going to get to him here in a little bit. I got a bunch of Twitter things to go over. First off, you just got to love this sound. You just got to love this at an away game. That was one thing. Through all the highlights, you could hear the crowd roaring. Our fans are phenomenal. It's unbelievable how loud they are on the stream. Like on the live stream here in the States, I can hear y'all screaming your faces off, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Wonder Boy Wrexham posted, last time we conceded the first goal away from home and won was Oldham in the 22 season last year. Last January 10th was the last time that we won after conceding the first goal in an away game. That's an impressive stat. I mean, we conceded that goal so quickly. It was crazy. Didn't even see that Humphrey picked Andy Cannon as the man of the match performance. Maybe he didn't pick him. Maybe somebody else did. But yes, Andy Cannon, unbelievable. This is a great point. Eric, can we officially toss the white kit in the bin now? Yes, we can. No more white kits away. They're terrible. We don't do well with them. It was horrendous. I would heavily suggest to whoever is making those decisions, no more white kits. Our black ones are just the best. Plus, they just look better. This is what McLean attributes the past 2 victories to. So here we go.
Wearing the headband to 2 games, 7 goals. Good omen to have now.
Yeah, it's here to stay. You know, I've got a bit of stick for it, but it's here to stay. As you can see, I probably need the hairband. So, so far so good.
Thanks, Mackie. Congratulations.
You heard it. The hairband for McLean is sticking around. He's not going to get rid of it. The reporter thinks it has something to do with our 7 goals in 2 games. He might not be wrong. He might not be wrong. It might be the luck of the hairband. I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts on it? I find his hairband ridiculous and unnecessary. I mean, he doesn't have that much hair. Look at him. His hair's not that long. I mean, obviously it's way longer than mine, but it's not that bad. There's no way that gets in his eyes over time during the game. Yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny. All right. We're going to talk about Andy Cannon. Rob Ryan Red says, so Andy Cannon was immense again today, been brilliant since shaking off a tough start to the campaign. Dark horse for player of the season. Yes, he is. 100% Andy Cannon is a dark horse for player of the season. I've been saying this since November, that he's been killing it for us. He's vastly underrated. So at the end of this season, I'm going to present 2 awards to 2 different players. The first award is the Texan of the Year. I will be sending, if I can get their info, that'd be great, but I'll just send it to the club otherwise. I'll be sending a custom-made belt buckle. Apologies for the barking. We've got dogs barking in the background of our house. I have no idea what's going on in the rest of my house right now, but there's some commotion back there. Yeah, so the Texan of the Year will be getting a belt buckle, custom-made belt buckle that I haven't figured out the full design for, but I'll be sending it to the player who wins it. And it's for Texan of the Year. If you don't remember, actually, let me pull up the stipulations. I used to do Texan of the match, but it just got too much for me. I didn't have enough time to work on it. The qualifications for Texan of the match or Texan of the Year are grit, rebelliousness, loyalty, flair, and the cowboy quality. Andy Cannon has displayed all of those. He has been unbelievable all year. There are a few others in the running. I will come out with a list of my top 5 coming into, I might do it this week since we only have 10 games left. 10 games left. These are my top 5 for Texan of the Year. Then the other one, this brings in a little bit of Texas history trivia for you. The other one is called the Alamo Award. And if you don't know what the Alamo was, it was this little fortress during a war for Texas independence, in which the entirety of the forces inside were slowly and then quickly slaughtered by the Mexican army. And the reason for the Alamo Award is the person who falls the most, because the Alamo fell. And so right now the runner or the leader in that regard is definitely Paul Mullin. There might be another name on there, but Paul Mullin might be getting the Alamo Award come the end of the season, which I'm very excited about. We'll see if I can get a special trophy made for him. Y'all. Oh, well, let me talk a little bit more about Andy Cannon. He's very quiet the way he plays. He's a little bit louder than George Evans. So George Evans, I think, is one of the most understated people on our team. I think he gets very little recognition for what he does in the midfield and just securing down our entire formation. But Cannon is all over the field all the time. He hustles. He doesn't flop. He gets back up. He doesn't whine. He has a fantastic attitude. He tackles hard, which is definitely a stipulation. Like, he doesn't care if he gets that yellow card. He's going to come in and he's going to tackle you. So I have really enjoyed watching Andy Cannon flourish this year. It's been wonderful to see. All right, before we do, so I have another Beggar's Corner this week, but before we get into that, let's look at the table, because I'm super stoked about the table, everybody. We are third, only strictly by goal differential. If we continue on the path that we've been on the past 2 games, scoring this many goals and winning this many games, we can definitely win the league. Stockport and Mansfield just need to have a little stumble. Each have a little stumble, and we've got the league wrapped up. Yeah. I thought Stockport was going to stumble yesterday. We almost had second place, but they decided to come back and score a goal near the end of the freaking game. I think it was the 93rd minute is when they got their goal to tie it up. So now we're tied with Stockport. Mansfield ended up winning. I believe MK Dons won as well, and Crew lost. So, I think it's these bottom teams. Sutton, there's no way they're not going down. There's no way. Like, the number of games they have to win in order to not get relegated, that just ain't going to happen. Colchester is tumbling down. Forest Green is actually winning a few games. So these two might switch off. Colchester and Forest Green might actually end up switching off. Ooh, poor Grimsby Town. Yeah, they're down near the bottom. They could, there's still a chance they get relegated too, but Forest Green and Colchester would really have to kick it in gear for Grimsby to get relegated. But man, I'm so glad we're not anywhere near the bottom of this table. And Notts County, poor Notts County, is in the bottom 50% now. They're 15th. They've lost 5 of their last 6. Gosh, it's rough to be a Notts fan right now. That really just is unfortunate for them. I'm very excited about our prospects. Earlier, a previous episode was titled, We Will Not Win the League. The stipulation behind that was if we keep playing the way we were. If we had kept any semblance of losing that often and that easily on the road, then absolutely no way would we have won the league. We do still obviously have a chance to win the league. We're not the favorite at this point, but we're up there. We're on a roll the last 2 games. We seem to be clicking. I think we've refound our starting lineup. I hope that it stays the same. I love Fletcher coming in off the bench and not playing the entire game. Having him be able to come in for Palmer when Palmer gets tired, because Palmer hustles hard. He plays hard. He's very physical. That kind of play wears on you a lot more than just sprinting up and down the field. Plus, Palmer has had trouble with form over the past few seasons. He fluctuates as far as his form goes. So, it's nice to have somebody like Fletcher who can come in and score an upper 90 header goal in whatever minute that was, late in the game, as soon as Palmer came out. Absolutely fantastic. I think it's that time.
Please, sir, I want some more.
Don't make me beg here, because I will do it.
Please. I'm begging you, please.
Dear Rob McElhenney, attempt number 2 at convincing you to come on my show. This week's topic, similarities. To start, you make documentaries. I make documentaries. You make podcasts. I make podcasts. You make incredibly successful TV shows. I made this guy with his little arm, got a tail, broke, fell off. Your wife's an actress. My wife's an actress. Your name is Robert. My first name is Robert. You're devilishly handsome. I've got a beard. Come on. The data is clearly indicating that you should come on my show. Simple as that. Talk to you soon, fellow Robert. All right. So that was this week's Beggar's Corner. I'll be keeping that up for my goal is 1 year of videos asking one person until they come on the show. So if they don't say yes by the 52nd episode of Beggar's Corner, then I give up and move on. So yeah, that was the second time asking Rob McElhenney to come on the show, talk Wrexham, talk Cowboys and Eagles, talk film industry, talk it all. So yeah, that'll be a clip coming out on Instagram and Twitter either today or tomorrow. So once I tweet it out, if y'all could go retweet it and tweet at him, that'd be fantastic. Let's talk about our upcoming game. Spencer Harris had a good tweet. He says, brilliant win today by Wrexham, really tied at the top with just 10 games to go. He says, Harrogate have the second best away record in the division and will be a really stern test. So the next week remains as challenging as ever. It's a really good division, League Two. So yeah, if you look at this away table, Mansfield has the best away performances, followed by Harrogate, which is who we play on Tuesday. So yeah, Wrexham plays Harrogate. They have not done well the past few games. They've lost 4 out of their last 6. Where are they in the league table? I didn't even look. They're 14th. They're just above Notts. They're definitely falling. They're losing ground in the race to get to the playoffs. In fact, I would love to know which teams are mathematically eliminated from getting to the playoffs. I guess technically, let's see. Technically speaking, I think no one is mathematically eliminated. It's really tough to see. That's something that pro NFL and sports here in the US do really well, is just telling us in these kinds of tables who's mathematically eliminated from actually getting to the playoffs, like who can't be relegated, who can't get promoted, that kind of thing. I would love to have those kind of statistics on this table page, but it is what it is. I think Sutton, even if they won their final 10 games, Gillingham and Barrow and everybody else would have to basically lose every single game. So I'm pretty sure they're mathematically eliminated from getting promoted at this point. They're definitely not mathematically eliminated from being relegated. They could still get out of relegation. They just need to work extremely hard. My prediction for Harrogate, this is it Tuesday? Yeah, this Tuesday. I am going to say 3-0 is my prediction. I think we beat Harrogate 3-0. And I think Elliot Lee gets another goal. I think Mullin gets 2. I think it's Mullin and Lee getting the goals this time. Although I would love a Palmer goal. That's what I really want. I always want Palmer to score. Yeah, y'all, that about does it for this episode. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter episode. I'm not feeling too great today. But make sure you like the video, click that like button, share it around. Go follow me on Twitter, WXMTexan. Go retweet and tweet out and like all the clips that I put out every week. You can go follow me on Instagram as well, WXMTexan, where I give a red hot take after every game. I'm trying to keep up with social media a little bit more rather than just doing the podcast. So hopefully I'm able to do that and give y'all some more content to check out. And merch will be coming very soon. You'll be able to order your own custom belt buckles. Because that's a Texas thing. Shirts, hats, scarves, all of it coming to my shop here soon. So be on the lookout for that. PeacefulSea.network. www.peacefulsea.network is the website where this airs. as well as obviously Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Anything else? I think that's it. All right, y'all. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about today. So really appreciate y'all tuning in. Looking forward to Tuesday's game and then Sunday as well. Oh, that is something that I have to do. We have 2 games this week, and I only predicted one of them. Saturday's game versus Tranmere. It's another home game. Tranmere, where are they in the table? Why do I not know where anybody is in the table at any given time? Ooh, they're down even further. All right, I said 3-0 versus Harrogate. I'm going to say 3-1 versus Tranmere. I'm going to say we get 6 more goals over the next 2 games. This is going to be a big week. I think 2 home games versus two teams that are in the bottom half of the division. I think that bodes well for us. And I think that puts us, I say we are top of the league. I think we're top of the league by the end of the week. I think we're top of the league comes Saturday evening. That is my prediction. So deal with it. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing y'all next week at noon Eastern, 5 p.m. GMT here on the Wrexham Texan.
Search my soul with all your heart, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. And if you knock my soul with all your strength, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find it.